Rick and the little girl. The story begins in silence. Rick Grimes, a sheriff's deputy, walks through an abandoned gas station holding an empty bottle. He's searching for fuel in a world that no longer makes sense. Burnt-out cars line the road. Inside, he sees corpses, decomposed and forgotten. Then, footsteps. Soft, careful, almost human. Rick turns a corner, and there she is. A little girl, holding a teddy bear. For a moment, hope flickers in Rick's eyes. But when she turns around, her face tells the truth. This child is no longer alive. Rick has no choice. With shaking hands, he raises his gun and fires. Flashback. Before the fall. The screen cuts back to the past. Rick and his partner Shane sit in their patrol car, eating fast food and joking about life. Just another normal day. Suddenly, a call comes through the radio. They speed off to intercept fleeing suspects. The chase ends in chaos. One car crashes. The suspects open fire. Rick takes a bullet in his vest, but another shot pierces him for real. He collapses, gasping, as Shane desperately tries to save him. The hospital awakening. Rick's world fades to white. And when he opens his eyes again, everything has changed. He's in a hospital bed. Flowers beside him are long dead. His body's weak. The silence is deafening. Rick staggers through deserted hallways. Blood stains the walls. A chain door bears a chilling warning. Don't open, dead inside. Fingers claw through the crack. Terrified, Rick escapes. Outside, he discovers rows of covered corpses, the remains of a failed military outpost. Civilization has collapsed. True horror, the crawling walker. As Rick stumbles onward, he sees something unforgettable. A walker with only half a body, dragging itself across the ground, reaching out as if still alive. Shocked, Rick flees, taking a bicycle to escape. Searching for family. He returns to his home, desperate to find Laurie and Carl, but the house is empty. Alone, Rick breaks down in tears. Outside, as he sits in despair, a sudden blow knocks him unconscious. It's Morgan and Duane. Rick awakens to find himself tied up. A man named Morgan and his son Duane question him. They soon realize he's not a walker, but a survivor. That night, they share dinner. Morgan explains the new world. The dead rise, and the only way to stop them is to destroy the brain. Morgan also reveals his personal tragedy. His wife was bitten, turned, and now wanders outside their home. Each night, drawn to memories of her family. Rick listens in shock as the weight of this new reality sinks in. Training and supplies. The next morning, Morgan shows Rick how to kill walkers. They return briefly to Rick's house, then move on to the police station. There, for the first time in days, they shower, clean up, and gather weapons. But their paths must separate. Rick is determined to reach Atlanta to find his wife and son. They share a painful goodbye, exchanging guns and supplies. Parallel fates. Morgan's choice? Rick's mercy. Morgan returns home. Through the rifle scope, he sees his wife outside. Her dead eyes search for the life she once knew. Morgan tries to pull the trigger, but his grief holds him back. Meanwhile, Rick finds the crawling walker again. With compassion, he ends its suffering. These two moments, Rick showing mercy, Morgan unable to, mirror the pain of survival in this world. The camp and betrayal. Elsewhere, a camp of survivors huddles together. Among them are Laurie and Carl, alive, but they are with Shane. Believing Rick to be dead, Laurie has grown close to him. Their secret relationship threatens to shatter everything once Rick returns. Journey to Atlanta. On the road, Rick finds a horse. With it, he rides toward Atlanta, hoping to be reunited with his family. At first, the city looks quiet, almost abandoned. But as he ventures deeper, he sees the truth. Burnt-out military vehicles, corpses everywhere, and then the sound of a helicopter. Hope surges through him. He follows the noise, but instead of salvation, he finds a nightmare. The streets ahead are packed with walkers. The tank, final stand. The dead swarm around him. His horse panics, throwing him to the ground. Desperate, Rick crawls under a tank, firing his gun wildly. Cornered and ready to die, he considers ending his own life. But at the last second, he sees the hatch of the tank above. He climbs inside, fighting off a soldier walker within. Inside the tank, deafened by gunfire, he's trapped, surrounded, ready to give up. But then, a voice crackles through the radio. "Hey you, dumbass. Yeah, you in the tank. Cozy in there?" Hope returns. Rick is not alone. The episode closes with a haunting aerial shot. The tank surrounded by hundreds of walkers, the horse's body torn apart, and Rick's fate hanging by a thread. This was only the beginning, the fall of the world, and the rise of Rick Grimes.